이제 두 개 남았나? 크리스탈 자치령이랑 발루드.
Some medicine, my lord?
약장 얘 뭐 있는 건가?
I have
계속
salves,
나오네.
potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
애기한테 왜 그래?
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
얘도 무리하게 계속 변신하고 해서 설마 석화 진행 중인가?
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable.
아들은 좀 제대로 되네네.
But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope.
아, 그러고 보니까 좀 닮긴 했는데 아까 걔. 야이씨. PC 있네. 왜 60점 주나? 왜 60점 주냐? PC 있는데.
Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
머리색이 아까 다르네. 좀
I will
닮긴 했는데
always be your
디형이랑.
loyal servant.
저도 갑자기 너무 뜬금없어가지고 깜짝 놀랐습니다.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
저도 뭐 그냥 금방
That I could
지나가가지고
avoid doing battle at all.
너 좀
A
뜬금없긴
thousand
했지만
pardons, Your Highness.
차라리 그냥 저렇게 한번 훅 하고 지나가는 게 나아요. 괜히 빌드업 하는 것까지 보여주면 짜증나거든요. 아 이거 뭐지 하면서 대신 빌드업 없이 그냥 한 번에 그냥 샥 하고 끝내버렸네.
Olivier has been made emperor. What is the meaning of this?
뭐야?
My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
그 있잖아요. 뭐
Terence,
막 뭐 볼을 쓰다듬는다든지 약간 그런 징조 자꾸 보이는 그런 거. 이게 중간중간에 계속 나오면은 짜증난다고.
what is it now?
조슈아네?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand
주인공
in the
커플
presence
아직
of the
입맞춤도
Phoenix.
못했어요 얘네들.
You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one.
아, 저는 수포 사절입니다.
I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
What ways need fixing up? Give me 50 good boards and
퀘스트 플러스 있는 거 한번 볼까?
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
간 김에 마더
It's good to be
크리스탈.
back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movement since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
아까 거북이 잡았고 이건 또 뭐냐? 코라바 방목지 해가? 오 달리밀 여관에서 여전 거인의 대낮이라는 게 이거 아까 거기 마수 소굴이라는데 거긴가? 나인 오브 나이브스 A네? 와 S도 있네? 빡셀 것 같은데 패촌 안쪽에 있는 거대한 용 로자리아 패촌 안쪽? 이거 근데 메뉴에서도 확인할 수 있으면 좋은데 이거 메모장 열자. 아씨 뭐야 영어야. 윗등급인 애들 좀 많이 세요.
Clive, anything catch your eye? Seen enough?
How may I help you today, Clive? Come again. I may have more for you.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Physica suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same.
모든 원형이 근데 발로드인 것 같은데.
He took them to his grave, as did his men.
약간 전체적으로 느낌 보면은 쌍브라크가 제일 나대기는 하는데
I've never seen such creatures in storm.
발로드 조용히 있으면서
The Waluders
뭔가
must have
뒤에서
ferried them over from Ash, but
뭔가
why?
많이 꾸미는 느낌.
Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was
아니
found with
뭔데
a
저
fighting
멀리까지 쳐들어가는 거야? 이 새끼들
But of late,
싸움에
the
미친놈들인가?
warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the
쟤네는 인간이 아니니까 뭐
Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
아까 편지에도 와 있다 그랬는데.
Ah, Clive. No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead. Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying.
어른 놀리면 못 쓴다.
Baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken. It has. Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news. Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything? Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed. But I saw him
알테마.
with my own eyes. I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man. A bringer of death. Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue. Thank you. It means a lot.
Thanks to Sid.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true.
No more looking over house. Good. And what can I do for you?
이넨스 소드. 벌새도 없는데 그냥 다 사버릴까? 오, 재료 많이 파네. 종류 많이 늘어났네.
Is that all?
Blackthorn. What is it? I wanted to tell you that... Under a new Sid. I'll try to live up to... Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
What do you need? So, what'll it be?
보자. 다이아 소드 265. 성령.
back, are you? Not Sangfornian, do you? Should last you a good while. Anything else?
He cracked the crystal too? Joking.
여긴 또 로잘리스라고 하네. 왜 자꾸 로잘리스 이 통일 좀 해라 씨.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
현상금부터 처리해볼까?
Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon.
뭘 만드는
All right,
거냐?
Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
배 만드네.
This is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it.
I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
뭐라? 가까운데 좀 공방 가까운데 좀 차리지. 씨. 겁나 멀어.
Blackthorn. Out with it.
It's the mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Go on then.
She said you would know.
Krieger's Teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but... And I'll need help. Get Gavin Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials.
블랙
I've got
송경주.
my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with. You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls?
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
일단 현상금을 처리해볼까? 보자. 코라바 방목지. 코라바 방목지? 처음 들어보는 것 같은데? 코라바 방목지가 뭐야? 이건 뭐 돌아다니면서 지역 보지 않는 이상 모르겠다. 달리밀 여관에서 거인의 대나. 저기 아까 막았는데 맞는 것 같은데. 여기였나? 어디였더라? 여긴가? 여기네. 아, 여기구나. 일단 요 가깝네요. 이거 먼저 해결하자.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
야, 이런 거는 똘마니들 시켜. 우두머리가 진짜 모래나 줍고 다니고, 씨.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
난 또 이걸 주우면서 뭐라도 나오는 줄 알았네.
You finished?
Enough.
Oh, that might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Well, says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
현상금 조지러 가자. 저기 아까 마차가 막고 있던 길인가? 어린애 배나신가? 여기도 막고 있었던 애들 있었는데 여기 가볼까? X 표시 없는 거 보니까 이제 가지는 거 같은데? 저기 마수 소굴이라고 했거든요. 기대되는구만. 뚫렸다.
There was a time this path was guarded day and night by Lord Kupka's men. But now they've gone. Back to the Fang. Leaving us less
오 예! 흉파 마물. 양갈래길이네.
Be safe.
어이 뭐야? 잠깐만. 벌써 한 바퀴를 돌았다고? 이건 뭐야? 얘네 진짜 튼튼하네.
Ready, go?
뭐야? 근데 당장에도 잘 싸운다. 혼자서 개피 만들었네요. 얘도 공격되네. 아, 이건 여기 위에인가? 보자, 길이.
Ready, go?
Thanks, Gal.
이게 원래 저런 메시지가 떴었나? 수수께끼의 석판을 발견했습니다.
Mistakes.
건 아니고. 파셀, 파셀, 파셀. 오호. 재밌구만.
Be safe.
아, 이거 두 대씩 때리네. 매직 버스트 안 되는 줄 알았는데 두 대씩 때려서 그런 거였구나.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia. Straight home now.
여기 아닐 텐데. 근데 제 리스키 리스트에 있었던 것 같기도 하고. 아, 그냥 잠깐.
Holding back.
어허. 진짜 재밌다. 막혀있다고 하는데 왜 막혀있는지 가보자. 문으로 닫혀 있는지 또 누가 막고 있는 건지. 문으로 막혀있네. 레튼이요.
This must have been a fishing village.
나중에 오는 마을인가? 별거 없네요. 아 근데 여기 길이 더 있네. 별거 없구만. 여기 마을 되는 거 맞는 거 같은데? 초코보드 못하네요.
Ready, go? Yeah! 여긴 100% 뭐 있다.
저기 좀 넓은 공터네.
Fly, Ambrosia.
셀러맨더 아닌가? 엘리트 셀러맨더인가? 이런 넓은 곳을 너 하나가 차지하기에는 헬칸? 이름이 다르네. 여기 그때 나중에 다시 오면 뭐 다른 거 나올 것 같은데. 체르드라 골짜기? 체르드라 골짜기? 기억해놔야겠다. 체르드라 골짜기?
The most fragrant herbs and
Oh, where did all the men have gone?
Plates and pots!
후고 사병? 후고가 되졌으니 당연히 사병도 없지.
Fly, Ambrosia.
오인의
Be safe.
오른쪽? 여기 먼저 갈까? 이거 아까 마차 끌고 달라 다니던 애들 걔네들인가? 유적이네. 뭐야?